We're back in Prussia, or technically Austria. So, if you haven't seen the last episode, I highly recommend taking a look at that. We had an amazing battle here at Prague, but incredibly, the city is still held by the enemy. They haven't quite been beaten back here, so we're going to do everything we can to make that happen. Now, the first thing I want to do is actually get a depot leading from Lobositz over to Prague, and I'm going to keep the prince here, I'm not really going to move Ferdinand at this point. We're probably going to be attacked by General Leopold von Don, but hopefully we won't have to worry about him too much. Eventually, I want to take this fortified camp and pretty much close the Austrians in over here. Now, it is a shame that our allies can't really help us. They can attack Austrian forces within their realm, but as you can see, they can't actually proceed forward. It's just not possible. What I will do is maybe move them down. I think I'll just move these guys in case we get attacked. So for now, let me turn off Discord, shame on me. For now, we're just going to keep things as they are. There might still be a few more options in terms of, raising additional units or raising additional monies to pay for things, but I think we're actually doing okay. The only thing I'm considering doing is getting a new Prussian general, but you can see how expensive that is. So maybe we just keep what we've got right now and keep our fingers crossed. I'm expecting probably another very large battle at Prague, but who knows? Let's end the turn, hope for the best. We're also moving these two armies, General Foch's force and General Prince Wilhelm von Prussen's force, and eventually we'll decide what to do with them. I'm actually kind of hoping that the Austrian force here will go east and actually end up running into these guys. Hopefully, but we're still not sure. In fact, I might even send a force to assist Kurt von Schwerin here. He's not exactly doing that well. You can see his forces have taken quite a beating, but let's just see what happens. Got him on the defensive right now. Let's hope for the best, folks. Okay, we've got quite a few enemy armies moving into Prague. That's not good. The second Battle of Prague. The question is, will we be as lucky here as we were before? I don't think we have enough men for it. Alright, so they're a Prussian defeat, and pretty even losses on either side, nothing too serious, but we're absolutely going to have to fall back and gather some more forces, potentially even using these forces here, Prince Wilhelm's column, to attack Prague. It's quite a force the enemy's got there as well. It looks like they're going to try to liberate Pardubice, and oh yeah, Prince Wilhelm is going to be hit pretty hard here. We might have to learn to just consolidate all these forces. We'll just see how it goes. He's quite a tactician, so let's see how he does. Some reinforcements. Alright, a Prussian victory, guys. And you can see there, certainly not as large as our Battle of Prague, but Wilhelm von Prussen successfully beat this new general here, Friedrich. They lost 2,927 men, and we've actually taken 8 companies prisoner. Never a bad thing in just 2 rounds. And they've got these Augulinaires, these harsh units. These are really good units, man. I don't recall seeing these, but almost looks like Austrian elites. Also some Splendide Husaren. So some actual additional hussars here in the second round of combat. We were really mostly using our Gemmingen, as well as quite a few artillery pieces. Thank goodness we have this many, especially with this many units together. And yeah, we stole a victory, but I think what we're going to have to do now is really reinforce these units. Pretty much give them just a turn or two to recover. Okay, so we actually have a question here. Shall we evacuate Vessel? Vessel can be evacuated, or we can keep it. Now, historically, because of the approach of the French army, we evacuate it and hopefully get an army. So I am definitely going to evacuate, get out of Vessel desperately. And I'll also continue taking these Austrian territories nonetheless near Dusseldorf and across from Wesel. So let's actually just move them down here. Just slowly take these areas. Now we've got to actually go to the real point of contact. But first, I always hope that our Bohemian force here can eventually begin to leave. Oh, yes. Finally, guys, we can actually use, excuse me, not our Bohemians. What do they call them? The Hessens. So the Hessian allies are going to assist us. And I'm just looking for the correct target. We could go for Frankfurt. Obviously, Frankfurt is a very important city. But maybe we shouldn't overextend. I think we've also got this additional Prussian army led by Brigadier Nicholas von Flemming. So we'll send him to Erfurt. Let's do something like this. 30 days, and we'll take the unit as Kassel here. And I am going to actually go for Frankfurt. I don't see any other enemy units there. We might as well try, and it's going to take 28 days to get there anyway, so this is going to take a while. Now, as for the King's forces, you know, we could actually add some units here. We could actually try to merge these two, but I think that would be a major mistake. Let's just take a look at the state of them. So we do have the supply depot here at Budin. I am thinking, as much as I hate to do this, I'm thinking we should stay here a single turn and just strengthen our forces, essentially. Stay here, let them resupply at leisure. And maybe over here with Prince Wilhelm von Prussia, we'll also stay on the defensive. We have a depot here as well. I hate doing this, because this will be the first turn where we just haven't moved any units. But again, it might just be the right thing to do. So let me actually take a look at this force. 36, 10. You know what? We can actually take Heinrich's force and merge it into Prince Wilhelm's here. Just make him a little beefier. And eventually we will go for Prague here. But what I'm actually thinking now is we cut off the road at Schlen and then attack. Another problem is attacking from here. We have to attack across water, and that's going to be devastating. So we're going to have to do something about the Kolin fortified camp. In fact, I'm going to go for a charge here, and hopefully we can take Kondogratz from the enemy. They've managed to hold on to that for so long, and I'm just fed up with it. I want to see if we can take it from them. And let's see, do we also have our Hanoverian allies able to move? I think so. We are going to have to split these armies up, though. They're quite badly set up. For now, it's going to have to be sufficient. So we've got Ludwig von Zostro here. It's going to be very helpful. I'm actually going to take this unit, merge it with... Oh, no, that was a mistake. All right, let's get them out. We'll just send Ludwig von Zostro on his own. In fact, I'm going to take this fellow here. Champburg. Still a 35% penalty. We want to deal with that very soon. So with this guy, we could actually head over here and try to take Dusseldorf. Let's go for it. It's going to take a while to get there anyway. In the meantime, I'll also send this force out just to take these neighboring areas. Got to be very careful here in the north. I didn't even consider this. So we're immediately going to head north here to deal, hopefully, with some Austrians here. We've actually got Prince Karl's brigade. 25% penalty. I'm not changing this, though. I'm just going to continue heading into Austrian territory. Let's go for Lübeck. We'll be moving through our own territory for most of the time anyway. With Lenoble, maybe we bring him down here to where the action is. All right, folks. I'm just hoping that we don't totally mess this up. That we've actually done quite well. You can see all of the replacements that are going to be arriving. Quite a lot of line infantry, militia. But is it going to be enough to get these guys back into fighting strength? Or are we going to have to wait an extra month or two? We'll have to see. All right, they are going to exit here. I was hoping they wouldn't, but they are going to leave the Kolin fortified camp, and this could result in a pretty major battle. Okay, a Prussian defeat. Probably one of our worst defeats so far. Not in terms of numbers, just because the enemy army is quite large here, and we're going to have to do something about it. And I don't know if we have enough forces here in the east to do anything. We're going to have to get pretty aggressive here at Budin. Let's just take a look at the forces, see if they have recovered. And yes, they look a lot better. Definitely have regained a lot of fighting strength. Unfortunately, our main attack is going to have to rely on these guys. On the king, the great King Friedrich, who's an incredible general, and Ferdinand von Brunswick, who is actually pretty good as well. We've also got General James Keith over here, but he's been outside of Eger for quite a while. Starting to consider maybe bringing him back, because maybe being out here by Eger is not a good idea. That being said, a decision has to be made. So what I'm going to do, I am going to attack. It's that simple. What I'll do is I'll try to attack Prague once again. Going fully on the offensive here. Drastic action must be taken. Conde Graz is still not under our control, and I'm actually thinking, you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm thinking we might need to fall back to Graz. It's going to take 28 days to fall back, though. That's the tragedy here, is it's not an easy retreat. We actually have to do quite a lot. So what we'll do, let's at least start to merge this Freikorps unit. At least get this all together and hopefully have a nice army in a couple of turns. We're still heading there to the north to assist. I believe that actually Prince Erben's Karl's force will be able to attack Lübeck this turn. Just to cause a little more confusion to the Austrians, I'll go ahead and move up here as well. Just pretty much grab everything they have, take all of these regions. Don't want to have Austrian regions to the north that we have to worry about. That's really a little too much for my tastes. Do the same over here. All under Prussian control. This close to Berlin, we shouldn't have a single enemy territory, really. So let's merge there. And also, you know what? I'll take Zittau. I didn't realize this until now, but that's actually a town. It's not that well defended, but you know what? Oh, I did not mean to do that at all. Just merge the two armies together. I'm very sorry. So what I'm going to do here, I've actually got an idea. We are going to leave one of the generals behind in Conde Graz, and I'll tell you guys why. I don't really think the enemy's going to buy it that we've just left this siege completely, and they'll probably try to chase us down. So I'm going to go ahead and give Prince Wilhelm his army, and I'm going to retreat him to Gitosin. We've actually got a military supply depot very, very close. The problem is, it's not exactly the best military supply depot. I don't know if there's enough there to rebuild an entire army. Probably not. So what we'll do is we'll get there and we'll try to go for Zittau as a main target. He's got a massive penalty here. We could send some commanders back. I'm just amazed that his penalty's that bad. Alright, so we're going to take him, move him back there. 52 days. Yeah, this is going to have to be gradual. So we'll just get to Jitoshin. In 18 days, it's not bad. And let me see if I can force march him, get it down to 14. That's going to have to do. As for General James Keith, the option here is we could try to besiege, or attack, I should say, or we could continue trying to cut off enemy forces here. I almost think that's a better idea, but at the same time, this is a very, very strong fort, and if we can take it, it's going to hurt the Austrians quite a lot. So I'm just going to make sure they don't retreat. But you know what? No. Let's get to Pilsen. We've won at Prague before, but can we do it again? They've had time to reinforce. Amazing. A devastating 4-hour battle with 5,000 lost on our side, nearly 7,000 lost on the enemy side. It continues to be absolutely brutal, but I think we finally took the actual city itself. And you can see the tremendous amount of generals helping us, commanders assisting with our tactics, of course, and also the good old Husin. They always come out in the end with a victory. And this was a battle during the rain, so not at all an easy fight. But I believe, yes, it is under our control. We're going to remain here at Prague, and we're going to have to defend this place with our lives. I'm sure they're going to counterattack, because them losing this area is no good. And there we go. Sure enough, Battle 3 of Prague. This time a counterattack by the Austrians. Can King Friedrich hold? I'm not sure. I don't even think he's had time to set up his men in the ramparts. Let's hope it's enough. Fight for your king, boys. Another Prussian victory by King Friedrich, but the question is, can he stay here this entire time and manage to reinforce these forces and also resupply them? I don't know, man. If I were the Austrians, I would throw everything at that city just to retake it. Fortunately, our prince did not escape Conde Graz. I don't think this is going to go well for him at all. Alright, a Prussian defeat, and yeah, not a good one at all. Certainly not a good one. I mean, no defeat is good, but some are worse than others. As long as... Alright, my friends, there we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far. If you want it to continue, of course, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. For total combat losses so far, 50,369 on our side, 67,668 on the Austrian side, and we're actually very close to taking every single one of the controlled objectives. We still need to take Wien, Brunn, and Olmütz, and there's a lot of fighting to be done, especially now that the French are getting into the war. This is a very long campaign. We're going to try at least to get through the entire thing. So again, we really need your support if you want it to happen, because this could go into, I don't know, 30, 40 episodes. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks so much, guys. And as always, I love your feedback. I love your advice. What do you think we should do here in good old Prague? Now, we've actually got some, some actual fortifications built, fort batteries, etc. There's a supply depot here. I'm thinking we stay put here and keep forcing the Austrians to attack, because they are just going to throw their lives away in these endless assaults against the city. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.